Yo, what it do? It's Jimmy Hustle. And make sure you go check out my new interview with Brandon Carter, 211.com. How you treat like everything? Yeah. Y'all said y'all want that dumb shit, right? Yeah. While niggas was trying to be athletes, I was out running them back streets, putting the dope in the sack beat, making sure all of my pack eat. While niggas was copping them Jordans, my mama could barely afford them. So fuck it, I'm chasing these duckies, cause I need way more than a pair of Air Forces. The man of the house while him wearing the blouse, and I can't be a sauce, but we on Mitch. My brother got Reggie, and I need the Betty, so fuck it, let's get this shit on, bitch. The plan is to get this shit gone, bitch. Re up and go purchase his own, bitch. Then break this shit down, put that shit around the town, and come back and go purchase my own shit. Give me the sack, I'ma run that shit back like 100, y'all dash at the track, me. I had to act back on Gucci was fatter when Weezy was rocking red racks, B. I'm trying to get out of that back seat. I need AMG with the black feet. My mama need money, my sister in college, so rain season, so I'ma stack cheese. I'm right up the street, Paul, next to the shell, the bench, bitch. When you get to the light, gonna take us up right, I'll be posted right up there on Bainbridge. My neighbors is Jewish, so no acting foolish. My mama don't know I'm the man, bitch, so you start acting stupid.
Hey, what's going on? It's Brandon Carter, BrandonCarter211.com here with rapper Jimmy Hustle. How are you doing today?
I said, I'm good. What's up with you?
Good. Everything's going great. You have this new album out, which is a very big deal.
Thank you.
Dumb Hustle 2. How does it feel to be out?
It's great, man. It's been a while since I dropped, so this was special to me. You know what I mean? It was kind of like my is the word reinsurgence? Is that a word?
I don't think so.
Resurgence? Some shit.
Resurgence. Are you trying to say resurgence?
I think that's the word. Resurgence. This was like a debut, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like in my mind, the only other project that exists is the first Dumb Hustle.
This is one of those like don't call it a comeback, I've been here for years kind of thing.
This was a comeback.
Jay-Z said don't call it a comeback unless there's some numbers attached to that. And you can say whatever you like.
This is what it was. I got like 3 projects before this. One of them I did Dumb Hustle. The first Dumb Hustle, I pretty much did that just like I did Dumb Hustle 2. I completely did it all by myself. And then I had the Plain Dealer. Then I had 24/7. But like none of those were ever on like streaming platforms other than like SoundCloud. So
Right.
this is my first project like on all digital platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like my debut.
So how does that feel? It's been a long time coming. You've been grinding. You've been working hard. What does that feel like to you?
I was actually like kind of I ain't gonna say I quit rapping, but I was kind of over it. I wasn't really feeling it or whatever. And then my boy Easy had dropped his album. They had asked me to get on, and it did really well. And after that, I kind of was just like, man, you know what? I'm about to get it fucking popping again. And so I bought my studio equipment, and I just start going in.
So, in its entirety, how long was this process to record this album from start to finish?
Start to finish, 2 years.
2 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Took a lot of breaks.
No. I just like when I first started creating, I wasn't really in album mode. I was just like making music, you know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
getting the feel for my equipment and just, learning how to record myself and shit. And then I got about after I got about like 5 songs in of just like me recording myself and shit, then I was like, you know what? I'm about to start recording with a purpose and start creating the album and shit. And so I started recording Dumb Hustle officially like in like November, right before Thanksgiving of 2019.
2019. Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite song, or the song that you know how when you listen to an album all the way through, you always come across. Well, if it's a decent body of work, you'll come across a song that you like and that you like play again. You want to hear it again before you continue the rest of the album. Was Bainbridge,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm assuming that is an ode to the street that you grew up on.
Yes.
And where is that?
Cleveland Heights, Ohio. I grew up on Bainbridge Road off of South Taylor. On it's a street in Cleveland Heights, you know. And you
Is
know,
that still there?
yeah, yeah. You follow the directions off the on the album, it'll take you right to that motherfucker.
Yeah, I heard that. I wouldn't dare follow those directions.
I mean, all right, but it'll put you right there. But
Yeah, it sounded like a really good GPS. But no, seriously, I'm just joking. But I really did like that song. What actually was the inspiration for that song? Because that's just my favorite song on the album.
Cleveland Heights, my where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it's a hood, it's my hood, you know what I'm saying? But it's the neighborhood I grew up in. And you know, Cleveland Heights get them stigmas, we soft, we this, we that, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like that on my street, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like that growing up, but I mean, speaking like in first person, you know what I'm saying? Like from my perspective, like my street has some real gangsters on it, you know what I mean? And some niggas that was with the shits, you know what I mean? That put me on to a lot of different shit coming up, you know what I'm saying? And made me the person that I am, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like it was only right to make some noise about it, you know what I'm saying? Talk about it. I shouted out a couple people, but I actually it's so many more people that I like just left out. You know what I mean? Maybe just because the bars didn't fit or it just didn't come to me at the time. But my street was active. You know what I'm saying? And like
Right.
me personally, like it's like I'm pretty young compared to the niggas that was older than me getting to it. You know what I'm saying? So like when they went on about their way, you know what I'm saying? It was like the street was damn near left to me, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? And my mom worked all day, you know what I'm saying? I was at home by myself, you know what I mean? Me and my sister and shit. So, like, you know, I used to run wild up and down the motherfuckers, and that's how I pretty much came up with the track.
Who produced the track? I'm sorry.
His name is Alchemy.
What were your musical influences? I see when I listen to the album, it's very diverse, but it has a singular sound. Like the tracks of the album flow cohesively together,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives me a lot of '90s feel, like a little UGK vibe to me.
Yeah.
So was that what you were going for?
Yes. My favorite group is UGK. My favorite group is UGK. One of my favorite rappers, two of my favorite rappers is Pimp C and Bun B. I don't like one more than the other. I like them the same, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm heavily influenced by their music, their message, what they stood for, you know what I'm saying? Like just being straight up, being um just being real, you know what I'm saying? Honest, upfront, and to the point. And so like I wasn't trying to I wasn't trying to be them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I definitely feel like that's a lane that I can be in, you know what I'm saying? Like cuz ain't nobody really bringing that kind of music no more, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like look at my watch, look at my chain right now, you know what I'm saying? Those are like my influences though, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I grew up like I'm a dork when it comes to music, man. I absolutely like just love music of all kinds.
That's very important because that mean you know your stuff and you're not just a fan like, oh, I like this, I like that. You understand the history of it and the
Yeah, like I'm really about it, and I mean that's why I made sure that my album, I made sure that the tracks made sense as they played. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it was I had a nice build up going in, and then we got into that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like after Still Dumb, it get, you know what I'm saying? We get back into it, you know what I mean? And so I just wanted to, instead of just being the nigga who just rap and just make songs, I wanted to go back to the essence of like making an album, you know what I mean? And people or artists now, I feel like the albums be quick they be talking about whatever and it's just whatever. But like how you said, the 90s, I do want to bring I'm 34, man. So like I'm trying to bring the 90s into the in 2021 and still make it cool and still make you want to listen to what's
Yeah, that's
going
I
on.
mean that's very very important because it's very rare for music from 30 years ago to be referenced. But I will say certain artists definitely get away with an old school vibe a lot of times. You can see what
Yeah.
Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak is doing. That song is definitely
It's great and
80s
it
R&B record.
sounds like something that you would listen to with your granny.
Yeah, that's definitely an 80s R&B record at best.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And so that's what I'm saying. Like worked outside, like I was so happy when everybody was like, "Man, you gave me that UG. You was giving me the UGK vibe on there. You was giving me that 8 ball MJG." I'm like, that's what I was trying to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take niggas back to the essence of that kind of shit. You know what I mean? I'm sick of sitting around and talking about the same damn bitches that don't bring nothing to the dough but good looks. They throat, they ass and titties. Need a bottom ass bitch that's gonna hold a nigga down and ride with me through the trenches. I need solid ass niggas rolling with me so we can get straight to these riches. It worked, you know.
And Parked Outside was the first visuals released off the album. Talk about that video shoot and what you wanted to portray because it's very creative. You had a beautiful young lady in that video and nice cars. Just a nice visual for that song. Talk about that process.
My videographer Gus, he's so raw. He was like, let's make a movie out of this shit. I'm like, cool. So I made the song. I seen my cousin in Atlanta, my cousin DL, he was in Atlanta, and he was in this cut in the Chevelle, and he was doing donuts in that bitch and all kinds of shit. I'm like, is that your whip or did you like rent that so you could drive crazy? And he's like, that's mine. And he like, I'm like, bet. So not, him not knowing what I had going on or nothing. I sent him the song. 5 minutes later, he called me back. He said, "Oh, that bitch nasty." My videographer was like, "Let's go." We went to Atlanta. We hooked up with Rosie on Instagram. I just DM'd her like, "Yo, I'm about to shoot a video, and I need a pretty girl in it to dance by this car." She was like, "Cool." We found our own locations. You know what I'm saying? Um, we brought some hitters with us. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't from there. We don't know what the fuck going on completely.
Did y'all check in?
We did not.
I don't know nothing about checking in. Ever since I just seen that video about the baby, that's all I know.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this. Like they trying to give that checking in shit a negative light, but on some real shit, when you're not from a city, when you're not from somebody's city and you moving around crazy, like them people don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have some people or know some people that know what's happening and what's going on, you know what I'm saying, so that you don't be in the wrong spot or be on the, you know what I'm saying, so you don't get no bad predicaments or whatever just from, being at the wrong place at the wrong time or, being in the area that you ain't got no business in. I mean, living in LA, I know all about it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I think I don't look at it, I don't look at that like a bad thing, but it is good to know good people, you know what I'm saying? And you know, so that you can move around how you want to and not have to necessarily deal with no bullshit.
Are you going to shoot another video for the album?
We shooting the video for everyone,
Every song?
every track.
Oh, you getting your Beyonce on. I see you.
You got to go in, man. It's one of them things, man, where I can. So why not? You know what I mean? And it's like I finally done gotten to a space where I can make the music how I want to and do what I want to do with the music. So it's like shit, let's go. We're gonna keep getting creative. We're gonna keep shooting these videos. We're gonna keep getting to it. That's just what it is.
Are you flying back home to shoot Bainbridge on Bainbridge?
Yes.
Wow, that's really classic. I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah, I'll have you pull up, man.
Mm-mm. I don't fraternize on that side of town.
Why?
It's the ghetto. I'm not from the hood, sweetie.
Cleveland Heights?
I grew up on a much classier side of town.
Where you grew up at?
St. Clair.
I'm good everywhere. I don't have no problems with nobody in Cleveland, on no side of town in Cleveland, up the way, down the way. Like, nigga, you are good.
Artists tend to not have like a favorite song off the album because it's their baby. Do you have a favorite song?
My favorite songs seem to be everybody else's favorite goddamn song. I like my favorite songs are Bainbridge, Parked Outside, Major, and Shooters. But like, I like them all. Like,
Right.
I like them all. Like, I really put my motherfucking foot in this shit. You know what I mean? So like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel good about them all. But I feel like I have more music on the way that's, gonna be even more like it's gonna be another level of Jimmy Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of music background. So like it depends on, how I'm feeling.
So we can expect more albums from you this year and more visuals and everything.
Absolutely.
You keep it going.
I'm definitely dropping another project this year for damn sure.
What more can people expect from Jimmy Hustle in the future?
I'm working on some merch right now. Definitely more music, more videos, and man, like shit. Hopefully, just bigger things. Period. I want to see what I can do for myself. Like ever since I dropped, I've been getting love from like damn near everywhere. You know what I mean? So like, I really want to see what I can do. What it do is Jimmy Hustle. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Jimmy Hustle. And you can go download my new album, Dumb Hustle 2, on all streaming platforms.